What if the next luxury SUV that makes every premium badge nervous doesn't come from Germany, doesn't cost six figures, and doesn't arrive with decades of elite brand swagger behind it? What if it comes from a name most people still underestimate? Because that's exactly why the 2026 MG RX9 AWD Super Premium hits so hard. It doesn't just show up. It changes the temperature in the room, and the wild part is it's likely only the beginning. This is the new MG RX9 AWD Super Premium, a full-size three-row SUV that feels less like another launch and more like a warning shot. A signal that the old rules may be starting to crack. MG, a badge once tied in many minds to affordability first, now appears determined to push straight into territory usually guarded by heavyweight family haulers, polished executive crossovers, and luxury-branded seven-seaters. And the RX9 doesn't seem interested in politely asking for a seat at that table. It looks ready to take one. That's what makes this machine so fascinating. It isn't just trying to be good for an MG. It's trying to be desirable, period. Big, upscale, tech-loaded, all-wheel drive confident, and visually expensive in a way that could catch even seasoned enthusiasts off guard. In top-spec super premium form, the RX9 feels like the kind of SUV designed to reset expectations in one glance. The badge on the nose says MG. The ambition behind it says something much bigger. And that surprise factor is everything. Because in a market packed with predictable luxury formulas, the RX9 shows up with a different kind of energy. It's not chasing attention through excess for the sake of excess. It's chasing presence, proportion, stance, perceived quality. The kind of first impression that makes you stop mid-scroll and think, wait a second, what is that? Not because it's outrageous, but because it looks composed enough to belong in a space most people never expected MG to enter this aggressively. Then you step back and see the scale of it. This is a big SUV, nearly 5 meters long, broad through the shoulders, with a long wheelbase and a planted footprint that gives it genuine flagship presence. It doesn't read like a compact crossover trying to fake authority with oversized wheels and black trim. It reads like a proper three-row machine. One built to carry families, status, luggage, weekend plans, and a little bit of ego all at once. In a world where size still matters in the luxury SUV conversation, the RX9 clearly understands the assignment. And visually, it knows exactly how to play the role. Up front, the grille is massive, intricate, and unapologetically dominant. It pulls your eyes straight to the face of the SUV and sets the tone immediately. It's the kind of front end that doesn't whisper refinement, it projects confidence. The pattern work inside the grille catches light like cut metal in a high-end showroom, and the effect is deliberate. This thing wants to look premium before it even turns a wheel. The headlights sharpen that message. Slim, modern, and likely engineered to deliver a clean LED signature, they slice across the front fascia with the kind of precision that luxury buyers expect now. They don't soften the RX9's expression, they tighten it. They give the SUV that cold, expensive stare premium vehicles wear so well, especially when they're parked under studio lighting or rolling through the city after dark. Then there's the hood. Long enough to give the RX9 real visual authority, sculpted enough to keep it from looking flat, and elevated just enough to communicate strength without turning cartoonish. That balance matters. Because the best luxury SUVs don't need to scream. They hold tension in the sheet metal. They let their proportions do the talking. And from what we've seen so far, the RX9 understands that language. Follow the body line down the side and the design gets even more interesting. There's a sense of clean, uninterrupted volume here. Smooth surfaces, strong shoulder definition. A roofline that stays practical without giving up style. It's a disciplined silhouette, and that discipline is what makes it look upscale. Too many SUVs overdesign the side profile and end up looking busy. The RX9 appears to go the other way. It lets proportion, surfacing, and stance create the drama. And stance is where this SUV really starts earning respect. Large wheels, expected to reach 21 inches in certain markets, push the body up and out with the kind of visual confidence buyers love. They fill the arches properly. They give the RX9 that expensive showroom posture. And in dual-tone form, they likely add just enough flash to catch the eye without tipping into excess. It's not trying to look rugged in a muddy, old-school body-on-frame sense. It's trying to look powerful in a polished, metropolitan, executive SUV way. That's a very different kind of flex, and it suits the RX9 perfectly. Flush door handles help seal the deal. That one detail instantly tells you where MG wants this SUV to be perceived. Clean body sides, smarter aero, more futuristic presentation. It's the kind of feature that once lived mostly in concept cars and premium innovation showcases. Now it's becoming a symbol of modern luxury, and the RX9 is clearly leaning into that visual language. Same story with the electric tailgate. It's not headline material on its own, but it reinforces the bigger picture. The RX9 isn't about one magic trick. It's about stacking expected premium touches until the whole package feels undeniable. At the rear, the design likely stays clean and wide, emphasizing horizontal confidence over unnecessary drama. That matters because the best rear-end styling on large SUVs makes the vehicle feel settled, expensive, and complete. You want the tail to look like the final chapter of a strong design story, not an afterthought. And from the RX9's overall visual consistency, it seems MG knows that. A smart tailgate, sharp lighting, strong width, and enough surface discipline to keep it elegant. That's exactly what this class demands. What really gives the RX9 its cinematic edge, though, is the way all those details work together. It's not one feature, it's the full read. The tall shoulder line, the long glasshouse. The measured chrome, the confident wheel-to-body relationship, the mix of utility and polish. You can already picture it under bright hotel lights easing into a valet lane. You can picture it crossing a desert highway at sunset. You can picture it outside a modern glass house in the hills. That's the difference between a vehicle that looks new and a vehicle that looks aspirational. The RX9 appears to be chasing the second one. And then you open the door, and this is where the surprise could hit even harder. Because if the exterior sets the stage, the cabin is where MG seems determined to prove that this SUV isn't just about show. It's about atmosphere. The dashboard layout, from what's been revealed, appears broad, horizontal, and intentionally calming. Dual 12.3-inch screens stretch across the front environment with the kind of visual tech presence buyers